Hi, Jordan and Tiana. I drove out here toward St. Hedwig today to take a look at the homes that we had talked about. I've got Ivy Path. You can see I'm right here at the corner of Abbott Road and Ivy Path. I was going to show you. Unfortunately, they told me someone would be here, and apparently somebody didn't show up for work today. But I'm going to look at the area and the exterior. This is definitely a little country road, which is kind of nice and peaceful, I guess. I mean, it is right now. I don't know much about Abbott Road, to be honest with you, but I don't think it's a terribly traveled road. Um, However, I want you to take a look. See these power lines right here? That is the house. So it is literally the very first house in the neighborhood, and it is next to some power lines. This is the entrance, so you see the Hunter's Place sign. And this is that Ivy Path house that we had talked about. It does back up to just a little field, and it probably is going to be vacant for a while because it looks like there's something right on the other side. But of course, anytime you have a field behind you, you never know what's coming in behind that. So this very first house right here is the Ivy Path house, 3806. It is available, and it has been heavily discounted. And I believe the reason for that is the power lines. So, I mean, somebody's going to live there. That may or may not be a deal breaker for you, but I did want you to see that. I'm going to go ahead and get in my car now and drive to the other house and see what we're looking at there on Liam Court. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back on Liam Court, and this is 12916 Liam Court. This was the other house we talked about. This one's in a much more desirable location. You do have a house to the right and a house to the left, but check this out. You're in a cul-de-sac. Cul-de-sacs are always good. And again, not sure what will eventually be on that field. That's the same field that we had looked at before, but you can see that there is a neighborhood with houses right there. So there's not a ton of space for someone to come in and do some development. I can't quite see. I'm going to turn you off for a minute and go kind of open the gate and see if I can see what's in the backyard. Okay, so I'm back in the backyard here. Really nice covered patio. That's really nice. It is a very small yard. So if you're not into yard work, maybe that's a plus for you. Or if you have a little dog and not a big dog, that would be okay. But pretty small yard, but a really fabulous covered patio. This is your side yard here. And then I just walked up the side yard. The good news is what's right behind that is some kind of drainage area, I think. When I say good news, that means you're not right on top of a neighbor, because you can see that house and the backyard kind of runs. They have a big backyard, but there is a green space between the two. I'm gonna drive out of here and see if I can see where that green space is, and if so, I'll film that too. So this is that space. I just turned off of that street. The mailboxes are right here, right before you get to that street, Liam Court. And this is what would be right behind the backyard fence on your house. It is a drainage area, which, to be honest with you, is actually very nice. You have a little buffer between you and then this next neighbor. And that is, for now, Hunter's Place, because I'm unable to get in because somebody didn't show up to work today. So I will be reaching out and setting an appointment if you want to look at either of these homes further. I'm going to kind of keep you on. You can see how close you are to the entrance. You wouldn't be terribly far from the intersection of Abbott and Ivy Patch, which is where we turned in. So again, we looked at that very, very first house, 3806 Ivy Patch, and that's that one right there. And you're just out here in the fields in the country. All right, till next time.